For my boy Gregory, we not go way too long to knock this one out, man. And I'm actually really, really excited about this because, so I know after Led Zeppelin broke up, right? After Led Zeppelin broke up, Bonham died. Um, if and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, John Paul Jones went into like film and like scores, right? Like he started working on music for movies and film and TV. But he wasn't necessarily making albums, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna try to do each individual member. So I think that's what John Paul Jones did. Jimmy Page became like a professor. Like he goes around and like teaches people, or is like a historian. Like he goes to like universities and like talks about music. And I do believe he had a mini solo run, and had a couple of bands, but nothing really materialized. And he just kind of became like a historian. And I feel like Robert Plant, he kind of did the same, but like he wanted to do it like underground. Like he almost wanted to be like off the grid. Like he almost kind of like, he didn't want something to have the. I think I read it a while ago, like when I was doing Zeppelin reactions almost every day. That Plant just kind of just wanted to fall back. He didn't want to deal with being. For one, he knew that nothing was gonna be as big as Zeppelin ever, but he didn't want that anyway. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like I got that all wrong. I'll have to do my research again. But yeah, man, just to react to anything Zeppelin related is like incredible, especially Robert Plant. Robert Plant is one of my favorite frontmen, one of my favorite rock and roll vocalists, and he's given me some incredible moments, man. Some moments that to date, I still can't even like put it into words how great a lot of his moments have been for me and on this channel. So just a tip of the hat to Robert Plant. But when it comes to his individual solo work, which by the way, I don't think this is solo because it says Robert Plant's The Honeydrippers. So I'm going to assume this is one of those bands that he made after Zeppelin. I guess I should do the research real quick before we even do this, so I know what the hell I'm talking about. The Honeydrippers. Now, out of all of Zeppelin spinoffs, I don't remember reading anything about the Honeydrippers. So let me see this real quick. Rock and roll band formed of the 80s. Former Led Zeppelin singer Robert Plant formed the group in 1981 to satisfy his long-time goal of having a rock band with a heavy rhythm and blues basis. Gotcha. Formed originally in Worcestershire, I don't know, from an existing cover band. It has many members come and go, including fellow former Led Zeppelin. Oh, Jimmy was on this. Jeff Beck. Oh. And other friends and well-known studio musicians, including original Judas Priest guitarist Ernest Chataway. The band released only one recording, an EP titled The Honeydrippers Volume 1 on November 12, 1984. The Honeydrippers peaked at number 3 in early 1985 on the Billboard Hot 100 with the remake of the Phil Phillips tune Sea of Love. Oh, so this is a cover or a remake. Gotcha. Okay. So this is a cover. Well, if it's rooted in rhythm and blues, and we all know what Robert Plant does on rhythm and blues type of records. Since I've Been Loving You, to date, still one of my favorite. I think it is my favorite Zeppelin song. and performance. I have it over Stairway to Heaven. I do. I do. And fun fact, that reaction is not on YouTube. It's only on Patreon. Just for the record. So yes, there are some exclusives here on Patreon that are not on YouTube. Remember that. But yeah, nah. So if it's rooted in rhythm and blues and Robert Plant is singing lead, I'm sold. I really don't even want to do no more talking. But now I have my context. So I know the Honeydrippers. They are a spinoff band. Had Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page. Like, wow. So this should be great. And it's a music video. Look like we in a desert. Something like that. So this should be good. I'm really, really excited. Yeah, man. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, so now the guitar is coming in. I was about to say, they say Jimmy Page was involved, but I've yet to hear a guitar. I only heard violins, drums, bass. Boy, Robert Plant almost looks like a completely different person. He cut the hair and everything. Man, it's crazy to just see him that way. Definitely a lot more tamed, a lot more laid back than, the Zeppelin days. You can clearly see there's like a energy difference. Like there's a different energy to Robert in this compared to what I've seen during his Zeppelin years. But yeah, I was like, I don't hear no guitar in this. But now, right, as soon as I hit pause, it sounds like the guitar is about to come in. But I really, really enjoyed the violins. In that bass line, and the backing vocals. I don't know who those beautiful ladies are in the background singing behind Robert, but perfecto. They sound incredible. But yeah, this is unlike anything I've ever heard from Zeppelin. This is not this like you would not have thought that. And I don't think this is R&B, by the way. I don't think this is almost a ballad. But I wouldn't classify this as R&B at all. But yeah, you just wouldn't have thought this was anything Zeppelin related. As my battery is about to die, so we're gonna keep rolling through this. But yeah, you wouldn't have been able to tell me this was Robert Plant if I didn't do the research before this. Robert Plant got a podcast? Why you ain't tell me? Oh, now I want to hear that. I did not know Robert Plant had a podcast. Yeah, that wasn't R&B. That wasn't R&B. It was a good record. I thoroughly enjoyed it, especially the orchestra arrangement. But that wasn't R&B. And that's kind of what I was expecting based off of the research I did. But all good. But good record. Just that's not what I know of Robert Plant. I think from a all-around arrangement perspective, while good, not Zeppelin like, and I can already tell y'all gonna kill me for this because I shouldn't compare them, right? What made Zeppelin is the unification of four great artists, arguably four of the greatest artists of all time, combining together and being one of the greatest bands of all time. Hearing them individually, I should not rank them on a Zeppelin scale. I shouldn't do that. But it's Robert Plant, and you got a very high bar that was set. But that's not fair. That's not fair to Robert. But it still wasn't. Even if I wasn't ranking him to Zeppelin standards, it wasn't what I expected. Yeah, it just wasn't what I was expecting. Not that it's bad, because it's not bad. It's a good record. And it looked like it's for a movie. Was that a movie? Like the other clips from this? It almost sounds like a score. Like it sounds like it's something for a movie. It doesn't even sound like something that was like made for an album. But yeah, and again, Robert, he still got it. Even in a very tamed, mellow record, you can still hear the vocal qualities of Robert Plant that we all love, but just wasn't what I was expecting. Honestly, I thought Robert was about to go crazy, but it's cool. It's cool. But again, my camera about to die, y'all, so speed up, expedited reaction, but I enjoyed it. Not what I was expecting. Wanted a little bit more R&B and soul, but we'll take it. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about it. Let me know what else from Robert Plant I need to check out, and whatever from Zeppelin that I missed. Let me know about those as well. Y'all know I'm ready for more Zeppelin. Y'all ain't even got to tell me. Alright, so y'all just let me know, man. But like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that 75K giveaway. Until next time, peace.